Welcome. Can I remind everybody, or let everybody know that this meeting has been recorded. Welcome to the staff. And at 2.0, we'll go to the regular attendance. We've got all the attendance, thank you. There are no members of the public. Only apologies, Mr. Ken Markham, our Executive Manager of Infrastructure Services. 3.0, public question time is nil. 4.0 is disclosure of interest. Does any council members have any interest that needs to be disclosed? Obviously, staff will proceed none. Thank you. 5.0, application for leave of absence. Nil. Next, deputation, petitions, presentation, submissions. Anybody have anything to present? That is also nil. 7, we get into the minutes. This meeting, 7.1 is our ordinary council meeting on the 20th of May. As I always say, the minutes are in your attachments, and we have an officer recommendation, 7.1. Someone please move that they are a true and correct record of proceedings. Councillor Bray moved it, and Councillor Cusack seconded that. All those in favour? Thank you. We go on to 8.1. I think we can do these on block. So we will bundle up 8.1, 8.2 and 8.3. Can someone please move that we receive those minutes? Please, Councillor Cole. Seconded is Councillor Harding. All those in favour? Thank you. Those minutes have been received. 9.1 is recommendations for committee meetings for council consideration. Officer recommendation 9.1, the council endorses the committee recommendation as follows: that the Audit and Risk Committee recommend that the council receive and endorse a revised business continuity plan as attached. Does anyone have any questions or queries before we move that? No. Can someone please move 9.1? Councillor Bald, and seconded by Councillor Curry. All those in favour? Thank you. That is carried. 10.0, announcements by presiding member without discussion is nil. 11, officer reports. Nil. We'll move on to 12. 12.1. We have an item. We have a proposed extension to an existing building. So obviously you've read it in your attachments. I will go to the CEO, Beck, to add a comment.
So let me just scroll down to the right there. So we have received an application that's been assessed by our planning consultant. Just want to make it clear that the application was submitted for a Class A building for the purpose of storage, which is different to a shop. In our planning scheme for warehouse storage, it does mean that the building can store goods, equipment, plant or materials, or display of sale, wholesale of goods. So there was a query from the applicant if storage would mean that she can't sell as a shop. The way that I see it is that the shop where she actually processes sales of goods is in the correct zoning, whereas the storage will be, although it's selling or storing goods, it's not actually a retail shop. Yeah.
So the building is only for storage?
Only for the storage of the goods.
Anyone have any questions? seek any clarity? All right, well, in that case, we will go to the officer's recommendation. Somebody like to move the officer recommendation 12.1? Second that, Councillor Hall. Councillor Bray, would you like to speak for?
No, I'm happy, thank you.
Councillor Ball? Does anyone wish to speak against officer recommendation 12.1 in its whole? All those in favour? That's carried. 12.2. Review.
Just as a recap, the draft report of review was provided in the main discussion forum. And we had a little bit of feedback to provide to the Department of Planning, Lands and Heritage. So to progress, the department requires, or the minister requires a board of review to be formally endorsed by council. So that's the purpose of presenting it for council's consideration before we can actually go to the next step and develop the local planning strategy in collaboration with the rural members.
Any questions or queries on that item? All right, someone like to move from item 12.2? Councillor Harding has moved it. Someone to second it, please. Councillor Cusack. Councillor Harding, would you like to speak for?
No, that's good.
Councillor Cusack?
Yep.
Does anybody wish to speak against it? All those in favour? 12.2 is carried. 13 is our fees and charges. Year ended 30 June. Ben,
Sure, answer this through the chair. So there are a few changes from the last example of the fees and charges. Inclusion of temporary movable accommodation permit, a couple of regulatory charges that just filter out of other acts like the Dog Act and the Cat Act, instead of specifying them all, just said see the Act. And we've done a few changes to facilities for community use to hopefully increase their use by basically removing price as an object. And otherwise just changed a couple of things following customer feedback and feedback from staff, just in terms of their thoughts, so mostly out of the CRC. Other than that, the fees and charges are usually done as part of the annual budget per the Act, but then the Act also says that you can adopt them at any time during the year that you choose. So instead of waiting for the budget and being effective after the July council, they'll be effective as of 1 July, and then they'll just come back to you again as part of the annual budget, exactly as they are here.
okay, open the floor up for any questions or queries.
Through the chair, so we can, as the year proceeds, we can alter some of the fees and charges
Correct.
at any time.
Correct. The only, sorry, I'm just jumping in through the chair. Yes, if you don't do it as part of the annual budget, you are obliged to give local public notice, which we will do after this resolution. But yeah, there's nothing else stopping you other than a council resolution and doing that.
And I'll just check, we've got the flexibility, we're not stuck for
Correct.
12 months.
Yep.
Any other queries? Someone like to move 13.1? Councillor Curry and a seconder. Councillor Bray, all those in favour? That is carried. Thank you. 13.2 is council policy review. Would you like to add anything to the spec?
No, as everybody is aware, it's our due diligence that we discuss reviews of policies at a discussion forum. the month prior, before being presented to council for formal endorsement.
All right, item, officer recommendation 13.2 is that formal endorsement. Someone please move that one. Councillor Cole, thank you, and Councillor Harding has seconded. All those in favour? That is carried. So now we have the council policy repeal. We've read this in our attachments. We've discussed it at the forum. We'll go straight down to 13.3. Can someone please move? Thank you, Councillor Bray. Seconder, Councillor Ball. All those in favour? Okay, that is carried. 13.4, we have financial statements. Ben, is there anything on there that we need to add? Or we go to the recommendation of the statement? No. Are there any questions for Ben? Or you noted anything that I'd like to raise? Officer recommendation 13.4, that we review the financial statements for the month ended 31st of May. So I'm please move. So Cusack moved it and a seconder. It's Councillor Curry. Those in favour? They have been received. Schedule of accounts 13.5. We get them up, please, Kat. We'll just scroll through. Feel free to raise any queries that you have, citing the EFT number first, please.
Through the chair, EFT 1834 on page 159. The charge for extended seas, no, sorry. There's ones in brackets anyway, sorry. Are they they're clearly to give back, or that's a breakdown of those charges?
Through the chair, yes.
Right, sorry, yes. You just don't follow the line.
Sorry. Councillor Harding, are you clear with that response? Thank you. Any other queries? Councillor Curry.
Through the chair, EFT 18690, it's for the dozer hire. It's $48,000 worth of dozer hire. That seems high, that's all. Oh, it's probably a question for Ken.
We take that on notice and give it to EMIS. They just come back.
Jobs. It's just been pushing us. Take that on notice.
Councillor Curry, you happy with that? Yes. Yes, we'll come back with an answer. Thank you. All right, we move on. Any queries on 161? One 62. All right. Credit cards. Page 65. All right. The recommendation is that we endorse the schedule of accounts. Can someone please move that? Councillor Curry, thank you, and seconded by Councillor Harding, thank you. All those in favour? Thank you, that is passed. Okay, 14.0 is nil. Officer reports, infrastructure services is nil. Elected member motions, which previous notion has been given, is nil. Elected member motions without notice. Anything from the floor? 18.0, business of an urgent nature, nil. Matters for which the meeting may be closed is nil. And 20.0 is the closure of the meeting. Our next meeting will be the 15th of July. Thank you everyone for your attendance, and I declare the meeting closed.